It is officially 2026, and that means it's time to debrief my yearly goals. This is something that I have realized my personality thrives on setting goals, and for whatever reason, going into this year, I have so much excitement and energy, almost to the extent I feel like this is going to be a big year for me. I don't know how to word it other than that. 2025 was a big year for me, but it was also very challenging emotionally, physically. I ran my first marathon, I graduated college, I totally experienced burnout, and now I feel like I'm starting to get my personality and energy back, which is making me very excited to take on 2026 in a way that I just could not show up for myself in 2025. I truly feel like this is a year that's going to be very transformative, and in a way I feel like I'm also growing into myself and figuring out who I am as a person. So I wanted to document my goals and make a video where I'm feeling at the beginning of the year so that I can look back and see what progress I made, my goals that I set, if I reached them, how I changed them. I am such a nostalgic person at heart that looking back at this video, I just know that it's going to be such a rewarding thing to see the growth, and it's not often that I am very good at documenting my life in this way. So leading into this digital journal, I just feel very good about. I feel very energized. I keep saying energized, but that's really what I feel. I feel energized and excited. I just want to see what I'm capable of, and just to start, today literally is January 1st of 2026. I also really feel like I popped off on my Pinterest board for this upcoming year. I feel very in tune with what I want out of this year, and even though I don't know exactly what's going to happen in 2026, I feel like emotionally I'm ready to prioritize these goals in such a way. I also have this insanely long list of intentions, and I want to share it, and I want to be able to look back and remember. So let's jump in. There's a couple things that I really wanted to be intentional about this year. I am such a visual person that my Pinterest board is massive. Like I am not playing around. I'm very serious about how I approach this year, and I don't think I've ever made such a big board, but it's thrilling because this is the first year I'm not stuck in school. This is the first year that I have so many options. I'm finally out of this cusp of setting goals and then being restricted to what I have time for. To start off, I decided that I'm choosing a color for the year. The goal for this is so that I can look around, and when I'm noticing things in my life or if I'm shopping, I want to be able to recognize and maybe invite this color into my life a little bit more, whether it's in clothes that I buy or nail polish I wear or just lipstick or makeup, even just noticing it out and about in the world. I feel like it's a fun activity, and I just purposely chose a color that I don't have a lot of but I do love on me. As far as specifics go, I don't have a specific color name, but we're shooting for like this reddish berry color. I have a lip balm that's in this color. I just got this Hydro Jug. I'm obsessed with this color. I just can't get enough of it, and so I feel like it'd be a good way to invite some more color in my life. I tend to lean towards blues and neutrals and whites and brown, and this is a way for me to appreciate a new color. I also chose a word for the year. This was kind of more by accident. I wasn't really going into this year with a word in mind, but after listing out everything, I'm gonna debrief. The word vitality came to mind when I was sharing with my mom just the thoughts that I had. She was like, this is literally vitality, like you're chasing vitality. And after we looked it up, I would agree. I do feel like this year is all about vitality. There's no perfect order, so we're just gonna kind of attack it as I go down my list that I made. But to start, I want to fall back in love with running. I ran the St. George half marathon in 2023, and then I did the Salt Lake Marathon in 2024, and it totally killed my love for running. It just kind of felt like a chore to train for races back to back. I was trying to run fast so that I wasn't running forever, and yeah, I just think my body really didn't love it, and doing long distance is not for me. I do love an occasional half marathon though, so I would love to run the St. George half this year if my body's feeling up for it. I just need to fall back in love with running in the first place. My goal is to start going on runs once a week, just to kind of like get my body conditioned to the point where I can enjoy it and I'm not fighting my asthma. I also really want to move my body daily. My job, I am sitting all day long. I don't move my body as much as I'd like to and as much as I'm used to, so my goal is to move my body once a day. As of right now, I have this expectation with myself that I wake up, I get ready, I go on a morning walk, and then I do some sort of form of movement before I start my work day, and I did that today, and honestly, it's working great for me. Like, I might end up working later in the day than I'd hoped for, but I'm prioritizing myself first thing in the morning, and I really need that. I really want to prioritize morning and night routines. I swear I don't know. I'm terrible. I'm so go with the flow that I'm terrible at setting a strict morning and night routine for me to follow to take care of myself. And I'm realizing that because I'm lacking in that, I'm not really showing myself the love that I deserve. And that is something that I'm chasing this year, is to prioritize taking care of myself in ways that I deserve. And that's going to bed at a decent time every night, waking up and not immediately jumping into work or tasks that are weighing on my mind. I need to show up for me, for myself. I want to, of course, drink more matcha. I love how that drink makes me feel. It's good for me, and honestly, it's a great occasional treat. I had this idea last month that I wanted to start doing monthly intentional spa days at home. I feel like it's really easy for me to get lost in the day-to-day, that doing a consistent like spa routine, that does take up a lot of time. So if I make time for it once a month, that is really realistic for me. And I purposely want to do this that week leading up to my period, when I just feel really ugly, puffy, maybe my skin is breaking out or it's dry, I'm just not feeling like myself, and that'll help me feel more like myself, whether it's taking a bath, doing my eyebrows, putting on a face mask. I actually did buy like this massive bulk box of, well, I'll just show you. I got this massive box of these Korean, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're these Korean collagen face masks. I used one and I was so obsessed with it. Doing these once a month, there are 24 in here. This will last me 2 years. I just need to start slowly adding things into this intentional spa routine that I love. I really want to be present. I feel like there's a lot of days that I'm just so in my head or doom scrolling that I just want to be more present around my environment and be more aware of my day-to-day. I want to create more than I consume. I have so much creative energy now that I'm exiting this burnout phase, and I feel like college really killed my creative drive, and I'm slowly starting to get that back. I just have so many fun ideas that I'm realizing that I want to do more and push myself to really find what I'm drawn to and what I feel like I could be good at. Lately, I've really enjoyed doing YouTube, just as like weekly vlogs while I've been in Hawaii. I kind of just want to try out YouTube a little bit more. I want social media to be like a junk journal for me, where it's just creative and messy and it's whatever. And if I get followers from that, cool, but honestly, that's not the reason why I'm posting. It's for my own fulfillment and excitement. I want to romanticize my life, and what I mean by that is actually have a visual. This is why I pulled out my iPad. I literally want to romanticize going places. I want to start reading outside, drinking my fun little drinks in fancy glasses. I love when people use, they're drinking Coke in a martini glass. Like, that's romanticizing life to its core. I want to get like into baking more. Like, I just want to enjoy the little moments and make it feel special and a little more, I don't know, just romanticized. I really want to get into junk journaling. I need to figure out a journal that I can junk journal to its fullest. I need to do some more research on that, but that is a goal of mine this year, is to junk journal. I have a lot of fun plans this year. I feel like it would be a cool way to remember the year. It takes off the pressure of needing to write everything out every day. It'll be a fun way to look back and remember the year too. I, of course, really want to spend more time outside. I spend way too much inside. I think that's just a result of my job, but then when I'm like tired from working, I then stay inside and my energy goes back when I go outside. So the goal is to stay planning like a madman and getting my butt outside. I want to take more pictures when I go snowboarding. That is a winter sport, so very limited. I just feel like there's something so special about going snowboarding and the photos that you can get. It seriously is. I mean, this one's super cheesy because I pin this because I go snowboarding with my husband, but I just want to take more photos while we do these really cool things because I love looking back on it when it's warm. I really want to create fun memories just to feel nostalgic about, because I'm such a nostalgic person. I love the idea of gathering people together, watching movies, drinking hot chocolate, playing games. That is something that is on my mind heavily going into this year. I feel like this section of my board is a good example. Love this idea of going to places and getting sweet treats and hanging out with people, puzzling, backyard movie and game nights. I want to just have simple hangouts with people that I can feel nostalgic about later. I really want to get back into strength training. I have not been consistent with strength training probably ever in my life. The most consistent I ever was when I was rock climbing. That's not necessarily strength training. So I want to build some more muscle, feel strong. I went surfing yesterday and I could barely catch any waves because my arms are so weak right now. That's such a humbling experience. And I think the reason why I feel so weak is because I spent so much time training for running and not weightlifting. So I have a lot of work to do. This year, my husband and I are getting a puppy. This is the year it's happening. We've been wanting a dog for so long. Without a doubt, this is the year we're doing it. It's a matter of when at this point. I want to pursue my passions with no fear. 24 and 25, those were years I was trying to build a business. It had a really great first year, and then the second year it felt like everything I was doing, which all felt right, everything I was doing was making it feel like it was plummeting. And that was so hard for me, and it's kind of built up this fear in my mind. And I have some really cool ideas that I would love to pursue with a fresh start, and I learned a lot from that business. But oh my gosh, if you've ever been at a point in your life where you're trying something and everything is going wrong and you just don't know why everything's going wrong and it feels like the universe is just telling you to stop, that's what it felt like. And it kind of just create this fear of failure. And so I want to be a little more passionate and pursue those passions without fear. So I'm getting over fear of chasing my dreams. I want to go on more hikes, big and small. I want to hike Mount Timp again. And this really goes hand in hand with going outside more. I am lactose intolerant now, which is the worst because I feel like one of the main sources of food in my diet really was dairy products. So I'm kind of reinventing my diet, which is wild, but maybe it'll be really good for me. I want to nail down my personal style. I feel like I've pinned so many things and I'm getting better at catching what I like versus what is trending, if that makes sense. Like if a trend comes and goes, I'll be able to catch if I'm going to really align with that trend. For example, hair clips to hold back hair. I really love having my hair half up, half down. I really got some hair clips and I like it. It's cute. As far as this year goes, I really want to nail down my style. I've been pinning a ton. I specifically want to nail down my activewear style. If I'm hiking and I'm taking photos, I feel cute. Like that's such a huge thing. And then also like casual, where I feel like I've pinned a ton of things. I'm just very excited that I've kind of figured it out, and it's more of like sporty casual. That's kind of the vibe we're going for. And then also like building out a good sneaker collection. I am obsessed with funky, cool looking sneakers. I want to listen to more music, and there's not really an elaborate explanation other than I just don't feel like I listen to music enough. I would love to buy a car. Currently rocking no car and it's been great, but I'm going to be entering a lifestyle soon where I need a car, so I'm getting a car. I want to get ready every single day. And that's not like curl my hair, do a full beat of makeup, get fully dressed. That's like show up for myself, wash my face, brush my teeth, do something with my hair so it's not like a frizzy mess. I don't need it to be elaborate, I just need to feel put together. I even did that today because I did a little makeup and brushed my hair and everything. I feel way more productive and happy. I really want to travel as much as I can. That is something that fills up my cup. I just love activities and adventures and being outside. Everything that I'm doing this year, I want to do it with this mindset to feel energized and confident. Those are two things that I just wish I had more of. I'm just feeling very hopeful about this year and very capable of accomplishing a lot. So I'm excited. I really do feel like I'm getting my personality back post-college. I have a lot of aspirations and excitement. I'm ready to fine-tune who I am as a human being. I'm just excited about life and what this year has for me. I feel really honored that this is my starting point for 2026, and I'm really excited to see what I'm capable of. So I'll see you guys at the end of 2026 for a bit of an update.